Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars, and you are listening to the Magic Our Way podcast, and may the Force be with you.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs and not artistic cream puffs. This is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. For this show, we discuss the rumors of Epic Universe tickets, as well as some of the parties and the things that are coming to Walt Disney World for the holiday season. And look, this isn't your typical polished practice Pixie Dust a Disney podcast. No way. We are not in the parks every day letting you know that new cast member costumes debuted at the Plaza and Tony's Town Square in Magic Kingdom.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and hopefully make you so happy we give you some Jollywood.
That's the scene. And if you're jolly after that, you listeners got a really good easy part. 'Cause all you guys have to do is listen up to what we think of while we drink up and hold that wood.
I can't think. That
I'm not going to be able to think about that party name the same way ever again. Like, that's it.
I usually can just go in auto mode.
Like the blood's in a different place now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Usually he does something. I'm like, okay, he's gonna do that. Then he did it. I don't know what happened. Jollywood just sparked me on the inside.
Where we are? Let me look at my script. oh, my name is Kevin.
And I'm Dan.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Rachel.
And look, the easiest way to support us is to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcast and wherever you access our show. Holy God. Also, be sure to like and subscribe as well as turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. So, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go see what Epic Universe is rumored to be doing, as well as learn a little bit more about those parties coming online.
And here for some guests.
Yes.
Yes. Guest services. We're going to hear some from people, some listeners.
The people.
We're going to hear from the people.
Our people.
Da, 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 da,
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your knot.
And here we are in Guest Services, a segment in which we get to service you, the listener. And to start, we have a voicemail left on our number, 815-669-4226. That's 815
Mo Weekend.
669-4226. And Eli, you may know this person.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to give it away, but this was a very nice surprise when I heard the voicemail. So I'm just going to let this person take it away. So here is our voicemail.
Oh, hey, Kevin. My name's John. My son and I met Eli a few years ago at Disney California Adventure. We're the ones that I sent you the email talking about Jollibee's fast food. Just a quick heads up. I just came back from Japan, and my son and I, we visited Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Seas, and we did get into Disney Springs. So I don't know if you want to talk to us or not, but I know you've had guests on the show before, so I just wanted to offer that. And I guess for the show you could call me Johnbo, which is what I loved from, I love how Eli gave me that nickname there. Hope you all are staying cool down there in New Orleans, and much love from the West Coast. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow.
You remember him?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
We ran into him we went to Disneyland.
We went to
right?
Disneyland.
Some gift shop, right? Or whatever,
Yes,
if I remember correctly.
Yes, and his son is a Captain America fan, and we both happen to be wearing a Captain America T-shirt. So he saw me talking with his son. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I explained about the show. And
it's that animation building in California Adventure. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it right at the top of my off the top of my head.
Guess where you had to get Mr. Toad. That's where you got Mr. Toad for you.
Oh, that's where you got Mr. Toad?
That's where I got Mr. Toad. I was out with the kids taking them to do something. Anna was clandestine as she normally is and managed to purchase that along with that figment next to it. I don't know if you saw that. That's a new piece that she gave me for Father's Day.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
But Tokyo Disney Seas, man, that is the holy grail, I would say.
I want to get there bad. Bad. I want to go. And I'm glad to hear that they got the chance to go.
That's awesome.
And we can't be mad about him not booking with Rachel since Rachel said they can't do Tokyo.
Yeah.
I know. I would like to hear about it. Yeah.
See what's different over there as opposed to what we have here.
What the experience was. I'd love to hear it.
I have questions. I want to hear about the food. I've heard like mixed reviews of the international parks, like food wise.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like I've heard people like rave about some things, but then I've also heard people say like overall the international parks don't have very good food. So I don't know. So I'd be interested to hear what his take was. I know I had a colleague go to Paris, like Disneyland Paris last year, I think it was. And she said most of the food was like really crappy takes on American food.
Oh.
Because the idea is like, this is where Europeans go to experience American culture. And so they want to have American food there, but they don't know how to, like do it the way we do it. Just like if we tried to do French food, it wouldn't be as good as if we did it there. So anyway, so she was just saying it was like bad American food. I was
American food isn't that complicated. Just put it in the microwave and get a Stouffer's dinner.
Put a lot of seasoning on it.
A lot of salt. Seasoning, just salt, right?
Yeah.
Pepper. Yeah.
Hamburger ain't that hard to cook. How do you mess up a hot dog?
I feel like I've heard similar things like that about the Asian parks too, but then I also have seen like really cute things online that like look really cool. So I'd be interested to hear if it's good food or not.
100%.
Yeah,
I want to hear about this as well because I'm curious as what kind of American food they're having trouble with over there. They just haven't cracked the code on the corn dog yet.
No.
Stop the break.
That's the key. Yeah.
I know one of the things people say is good is I think it's the Japanese parks. They have shrimp popcorn, like shrimp flavored popcorn.
What?
I don't know that I would want that.
Yeah, you might not want it. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Like we have butter popcorn or maple popcorn or whatever. They have like a ton of different flavors, but one of them is shrimp.
Right.
So
I've heard of popcorn shrimp.
That's what yes.
But never shrimp popcorn.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe they got it lost in translation with that. Popcorn.
Yeah, growing up, I ate shrimp chips. Which I used to make, which is a Filipino, Asian thing, I guess.
It was chips that tasted like shrimp.
I don't know how they made it, but I know you deep fry it and it just puffs up. And I guess it has a suggestion of shrimp. I never got shrimp from it. I just like the way the chip tasted after I cooked it. And it was fun because it would start out like an itty bitty little disc and then you throw it in the oil and it's like, it just puffs up like a rice.
Sea urchin.
Yeah, something like that.
I've never even thought of eating a chip or a snack that tasted like a meat of sorts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Never really occurred to me. But
if you remember that, I did that intro where they had, or was it Tokyo had that made a chip that's flavored after the bone-in sausage. You remember that?
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was relatively new. Yeah. I guess they like those interesting flavors.
But I had dill pickle flavored popcorn at the Cozy Cone at Disneyland, and that was unexpected but delicious. So.
I heard about that thing. I never tried it.
Yeah, I've had fried pickle chips before, but I just wasn't really, I don't know.
I mean, Zapp's had the dill pickle chips, which are just really salty. It was in a green bag.
I just found a list online. The flavor is actually garlic shrimp. Yuck.
I like garlic shrimp.
I mean, I like garlic shrimp too, but I don't know about popcorn.
I like garlic toast, but I don't know how well that garlic is.
Would you eat like a roast beef flavored potato chip?
Zapp's had like a T-bone flavored. Steak flavored chip.
I would not eat that.
They have some interesting ones.
Right.
Though.
Anything else? Anything else on there? Just while we're
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soy sauce and butter. That sounds good to me, though.
That sounds good to me really as well. I like that.
I like soy sauce. I like butter.
Then they have caramel chocolate curry. I bet curry popcorn's really good. I'm into curry popcorn. That sounds good.
Oh wait, curry, not caramel chocolate and curry. It's a caramel.
No, caramel.
That's
chocolate.
better.
So they're separate.
Curry.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Separate. That sounds good. Salt.
Okay.
So if we like salt.
Okay, yeah. That's good. That's good.
So it got normal.
Yeah, honey popcorn, black pepper.
I guess
honey popcorn.
Strawberry.
Kind of like kettle corn. Honey popcorn.
Cheddar cheese. This one sounds good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Matcha white chocolate.
Popcorn?
I like matcha white chocolate popcorn. I like matcha.
It's like a green tea.
White chocolate would taste good with that. So I feel like that would be good. And then berry cheesecake. I don't know about berry cheesecake popcorn.
I like berry cheesecake, but I don't know about popcorn.
No, I don't know if I want my popcorn to be my dessert.
Yeah, just have the food at that point.
The garlic shrimp was definitely the weirdest on that list.
That is kind of different. I guess the sweetest I want my popcorn is like kettle corn. That usually has a hint of sweetness and saltiness too.
And salty. You gotta have the salt.
But even Cracker Jacks for me is just too sugary and too sweet.
It is too much.
Yeah.
Gets stuck to my teeth. Yeah, I agree with that.
You don't want it sticking to your fingers.
Or the roof of your mouth or anything like that.
That's true. It shouldn't stick at all. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we might have to get John on there. If anything, just to reunite
I think
y'all.
it's always a pleasure to talk with John, and I'm glad to see that he and his son are going on these adventures in general. That's awesome.
That is awesome, yeah. And look, if you want to get in touch with us, leave a voicemail, because you totally can. Or you can text us, like JP does. Do it at the same number, 815-669-4226. 815
MOW Weekend.
There you go. All right, on to the next one.
Who's next?
Who's next by way of our Instagram DMs? Greta M.
Greta, I remember Greta.
Greta, yeah, she slid into our Instagram DMs and sent us a message to supplement our review of Inside Out 2.
Ooh.
And she has this to say, and I quote, "There are hockey teams in high school and college girls and college for girls/women. Not sure about any kind of league like the WNBA. I'm not a hockey person, but it is big up here in Massachusetts/New England. I love this movie Inside Out 2. I laughed, I cried. I love nostalgia too. It was great seeing this with my 11-year-old daughter and her friend."
Man, that seems to be the overwhelming sentiment. I really am happy about this. I mean, I know people like to think that, it's cool to just hate on Disney for everything, but I mean, no, that's not how we do things. So you got to be honest. You got to
give credit where credit's due.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And they knocked it out of the park with this one. I think they're going to knock it out of the park with Wolverine. So I'm liking the fact that we're starting to see some positive entertainment being put out by Disney, because this is the kind of thing that, okay, the better it does, the better of a chance we're going to see this in the parks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely appreciate her writing about the hockey team stuff. And I know Harry Bernstein in our group also mentioned about the hockey teams and stuff, or the female leagues and the men's leagues and stuff. So I appreciate that. And so I was going to ask you, Rachel, because you would know this because you're up there. Like I said, when we did the review, we don't have hockey as we got to do hockey. It just doesn't happen. It's too hot. But yeah, is this, I guess it's a thing. Would you support everything that Greta just mentioned?
Yeah, I would support everything she just mentioned. We have I have kids that are in school, the school-aged kids, and they have friends who play hockey. And there's multiple levels of your youth hockey leagues even, right? So there's our town hockey league where they just play in our town. And then we have kids who have who do travel hockey, and then kids that do travel hockey that's regional and harder. And then I even know some kids that are in travel hockey teams that go to Utah and compete on a national level with other teams. Yeah. So youth hockey is a huge deal. And some of those kids are definitely girls. So it's for boys there are boys and girls leagues. And I went to UNH, the University of New Hampshire, and we had two really strong hockey teams. One was the women's team and one was the men's team. So that was a big part of our college culture too.
That's it. Yeah, that's something very foreign to us down here. The SEC has no hockey teams.
No.
I know of. I've never heard LSU or Georgia or Florida having a hockey team of sorts that they field.
Yeah. I haven't seen that on ESPN yet.
No, I haven't seen that either. Well, cool. Well, thanks, Greta, for writing in our DMs. You're always welcome to do so, and I always keep track of that. And any of you listeners can also do the same thing. Slide into our DMs, send us an email, do all the stuff, leave a voicemail, get in touch with us, man. We always love to hear from you. And your opinions and thoughts are always welcome. So go ahead, man. I like hearing the difference between the South and the North and stuff, because it's just a completely different thing. But that's seeing that in the movie and then learning more about it. That's that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Of course, hockey would be big up there. They can do it.
Yes.
Y'all could do it in rivers. Our rivers never stay that still.
No.
People make hockey rinks in their backyard, for their kids to practice on in the winter.
Oh, that's intense.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's a trip.
Not full size, but you make just a small rectangle in their backyard, and you fill it with water from the hose and you let it freeze, and then your kids can skate around in your backyard.
Now, how thick does the ice need to be to skate on it?
Oh, not that thick, but you probably, I don't know, I'm not built one of these, but from what other people have built, I'm going to say you got 5 inches, you're good.
Well, if your kids get involved in hockey, man, I can't wait to see what that does with y'all's weekend.
Yeah, I know. I think stay out of hockey.
Oh, they've stayed out of okay.
It is very expensive because you have to pay rink fees and stuff. And a lot of those kids have practices at like 5 a.m. before school.
Ooh.
And the gear that you need, like the helmets and the pads and all that stuff is like crazy expensive. So yeah, I think we're going to steer clear of hockey, but it looks cool. And I enjoyed watching it. And I think it's very cool for all those kids that love it, but I don't know that it's going to work for our family.
That's good. That's a fair assessment.
The hockey.
Yeah. But yeah, like all of our high schools have teams here, girls and boys teams.
Yeah. Our school did not have a hockey team.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just like we have a football team, it's like we have a hockey team.
We had a minor league hockey team for a little.
Was that the Brass?
Yeah, the Brass.
Yeah.
And I went to a hockey game over there, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. So I would like to see us do that. I've heard somebody where some politicians like, I'm going to get a hockey team in New Orleans. I'm like, we'll see about that, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Well, speaking of this, though, Disney related. All right. So this week we got some new access to tickets. If you are an on-property guest at Walt Disney World, this week it was July 2nd, you could start buying your Christmas party tickets. And we found out just a little over a week ago what that would look like. This year, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is coming back. It is not changing much at all. So if you like what was there, you're going to be pleasantly surprised that it is all returning and there are not a lot of changes. Yeah. And I've actually been to this like iteration of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party a couple of times, like with the Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks Show and the Once Upon a Christmas Parade. And I really like the Christmas party. I think it's nice. They do the different cookies and the different beverages. Like there's eggnog at one place and apple cider at one place.
Hot chocolate.
Hot cocoa. Yep. So I kind of like that. They kind of switch it up at all the different locations. And so, yeah, so that's coming back. And the tickets, like I said, are on sale if you're staying on property now. And if you're not staying on property, they go on sale this coming week. And I can help out with all of those tickets. You don't have to be booked with me for a full package stay. I can do tickets only. So please reach out. Rachel, RACHEL at magicourway.com if you're interested. And then Disney also announced the return of their second Christmas party. So last year was the first year that they had Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios, and it's returning again this year. There were some mixed reviews for Jollywood Nights last year. People had some complaints, but Disney made a lot of changes by the end of the party's, inaugural run, and they're bringing it back with some changes this year.
With hockey?
Well, they don't have hockey, but they announced that this year they're going to do an ice show in the middle of the park.
Oh, wow.
What?
Good.
And I
like that.
I have no idea. I'm sure they have a way to do this, but I'm just like, how are they going to have an ice rink
Outdoors?
big enough to do a show in the middle of Hollywood Studios? They said it's going to be on Hollywood Boulevard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where the big hat used to be?
That's what that's the only space I can think of.
That's
that
the
would
only
be
thing
big
I can
enough.
Yeah. That'd be funny if they brought back that big hat as like a canopy, just in case it like rained or something like that. And so yeah. What do you think?
They could keep the cold air in with the big hat. Now in the big hat.
Good shade.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't hear about this.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so they just announced that detail maybe like a week ago. It was in that big, like they released all those things all at once, the like Christmas in July announcements. And the tickets just went on sale this week. And I can help people with those if they want to purchase tickets through me.
There you go. Now's the time to do it. Yeah.
But they are on sale. And yeah, so their Jollywood Nights is going to have a ice skating show, which I can't really imagine, but I'm excited to see it.
Hey, look, we used to have in City Park, they used to have an ice skating rink over there.
That's right.
Now, when you skated in it, it was like skating in slush because it could never quite get it completely frozen.
It was tough.
Yeah,
but very tough.
I'm sure Disney can figure it out.
Yeah, they have the money, the resources. That'd be kind of neat. I wonder if they'll use some of the Disney on Ice people.
Yeah, actually, that's a great thought. I hadn't thought of that.
They already have an institution set up for that. Disney on Ice.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about it like that, but you're right.
I mean, I'm surprised that it took them this long just to get that idea. It's like, hey, we've been licensing Disney to Disney on Ice. We should just do it in the parks.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We'll charge an extra
Frozen
ticket
on
for
ice.
it. Frozen on Ice. All this stuff.
Don't know what to do with attraction? Put a skating rink right there.
That's it.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, if they're going to have this ice show, the next stop is hockey. Over at the ESPN World of... Was it ESPN World or World of ESPN?
Well, they got the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Maybe
Yes, it's true.
they'll have the Inside Out characters, playing the hockey. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
they just in the parade, just sliding on down. Hollywood Boulevard.
It says, gather for a dazzling skating spectacular on Hollywood Boulevard set to your favorite holiday tunes. Take in the grace and skill of international champion skaters in an awe-inspiring twist on the traditional ice show.
Ooh. Fancy.
They also are bringing back, Danny, the Muppets Christmas show.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's at the theater where the Beauty and the Beast show is during the day.
Yes.
They take that theater over, and it's a holiday variety show hosted by Kermit and Piggy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That'd be neat. I've never seen that.
Me
have you
either.
seen it?
No.
Yeah, I'll have to update you. I'm going this year. I just bought my tickets. So
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
See, I thought you weren't going to Disney this year.
Yeah, I wasn't. And now I am.
But now you are.
That siren call.
I lied.
I know. We're actually going to just do adults only weekend in November.
Oh, good for y'all.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Leaving the kids at home with my parents, and it'll just be me and Josh, and we'll meet some friends down there, and we're just going for that weekend.
Now, where are you telling the kids you're going so that way they don't know you're going?
We're honest. They know.
Oh.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry, kids. Bye.
Oh, man. I feel so bad because, all the way up until mom and dad are going to change their mind, right?
Right. Right.
They're going to surprise us.
This is all just a joke, right?
Grandma's like, nope, you're here today.
They're going to surprise us.
Nope.
That's right. Yeah.
You guys should, I'm sorry, this is separate, but you should take a look at that Jollywood Nights event. I feel like it's right up your alley. It's got that Muppets Christmas thing. There's the ice skating. There's a whole Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas show. And then the whole thing is live music. They have a couple of live jazz bands all around the park.
Very cool.
And then it's a cocktail party. There's little cocktail pop-up bars all over the park.
Not for nothing. I'm starting to think that she's right. This might be the way to do Disney going forward. Instead of buying these multi-passes and all that other kind of stuff like that, just go to the parties.
Go for the event. Yeah.
Yeah, go to Magic Kingdom for Very Merry. Go to Jollywood Night, and that way you don't have to worry about all the fast pass nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Less crowds, not much more to worry about. So I like this.
Yeah, I do like that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Actually.
They're going to have a jazz pianist at the Hollywood Brown Derby. And they're doing a craft cocktail and light bites menu during the party. And then there's tasty snacks and shimmering sips at the Tip Top Club, which is outside of Tower of Terror. And they have a jazz band playing.
I'm liking all of this. I really am. And how much is the tickets?
Well, I'm going the first night, so it was a little bit more expensive because, they get the money from all the vloggers and stuff. But it was $169, I think.
Per person.
Per person.
How'd you get tickets? I'm looking on their website. It says not currently available.
They're available if you're staying on property.
Oh.
And then I think they're available to everybody July 10th, I want to say.
Okay, so I'm on the public website. So you booked points, DVC points? Is that what you did?
No, I'm going to stay at Caribbean Beach. We're just paying cash.
But if I use my points, I can still get those dates too,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And you can get a DVC discount too, Kevin. It's $10 off per ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And to be clear here, so if you went for Very Merry, is Tiana's going to be open?
Yeah, I think
it will.
So.
Okay.
It's usually that stuff is always open.
Okay, but I heard they weren't including it in some of their extra evening. Now, it just might be to start. They weren't going to do that. But by the end of the year, they might.
Yeah, let me pull up the official list of attractions. But usually that stuff is all.
Maybe we should go during Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, I should be able to save up some money by then.
Yeah. And all we do is just go to the parties. I mean, Animal Kingdom, there's nothing new to see over there. So we don't have to worry about buying all that fast pass stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
And then Epcot, there's really nothing new over there for us except for Journey of Water. Everything else we've already seen. So I'm happy with whatever we get.
Tiana's is on the official list of attractions that are open. It's pretty much everything is open. They don't really close the stuff for the parties. There'll be some random stuff that they don't open, like shows or something. The Tiki Birds, for example, isn't open.
I think that would be perfect. You get to show up at the park at 4?
Yeah.
Which is perfect for us.
Ooh,
I like that.
All right, I like the side.
And then it goes till midnight or 1 o'clock, depending on the start time and stuff.
Well, I can hang with that.
Well, if you guys are available Veterans Day weekend, that's when we're going to be there.
I have nothing booked.
Nothing booked?
Only thing I can see, but that's far ahead, is unless my daughter comes down here, because her birthday is right off of the 3rd.
Yeah, I was going to say my my anniversary is on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the weekend before.
She might, that's what I'm saying. She might show up and be like, oh, I'm staying for the, or she might be like, oh, no, I'm showing up late. Or she might even come down at all. But I'm saying that's the only thing I can see.
So you don't give up a trip to Disney just in case your daughter might or might not show up?
No, I didn't say that. I just said the only thing is I can
That's
see
the only
is
thing
that.
you could think of.
Yeah. That ain't stopping me, though, if that's on the docket.
Can't stop, won't stop.
That's right. Daddy free.
I got a show that ends on the 3rd, so I'll have some money.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's think about doing this.
All right.
Pencil this in.
Okay. Ice skaters. With that.
Ice skaters. Yeah, I mean, you could just do the 2 parties and not get regular tickets at all, and you would get Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios.
I'll be done with that.
It is also food and wine still, though, so you might want to think about it.
Well, I mean, we can have like that one ticket, but then we don't feel the pressure of having to purchase the Fast Pass Plus.
Right.
Or
right.
What, I'm sorry, what is it? I can't want to call it Fast because it's really
Lightning Lane, single pass,
multi-singer, all with a
in
G.
your face, and
love yourself.
All the pass.
Right.
Plus
the plus.
You don't need that stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Infinity.
none of that.
Lightning plus infinity.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
And that jingle just makes me laugh because I always feel like an explosion happens when I hear that.
It's intense. It's very intense.
It is. But that is our cue music. We got a little bit of news that came down the pipe that I found. I'm looking at Attractions Magazine website. So for whatever that's worth. But I thought this particular article about Epic Universe was interesting because, this is what it's about. So basically the article is titled Epic Universe, No Single Day Tickets or Park Hopping at First. Okay, so that gives me an idea that someday that'll happen. But I was curious about the no single day tickets. And it sounds like you have to buy like a multi-day Universal Orlando package with like a 3-day minimum of sorts. And you have to dedicate at least one of those days of your 3-day package to Epic Universe. You can't hop to it, but one of those 3 days you have to go to Epic Universe. And you can hop, I guess, the other 2 days, I assume, right?
It sounds like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was reading this and I was thinking in my head, because I thought back to a conversation we had a long time, I guess at the beginning of this year, where we're talking about Epic Universe. Danny mentioned the ideas like, we're curious to see what Universal does, because we don't want to cannibalize yourself, I think. Is that what he said? Yeah. You know, what you're going to do, you have this new baby that came on board, everybody wants to go see that, but then they're going to neglect the other 2 parks. And it sounds like this is kind of their solution to not cannibalizing themselves. They're, almost kind of forcing the people, if you want to go to Epic Universe, you got to go to our other 2 parks as well, or buy a package of sorts.
Yeah, like not confirmed yet, but according to this article, if this is the way they go, I do think that makes sense that that's how they're trying to address that problem. It sounds like, so if you are a person who's traveling to Universal from far away, you're planning to spend a week there, or maybe a little less, maybe like 4 nights. It sounds like this actually might be just what you want, which is you would get at least a 3-day ticket and you would be able to choose whether or not you want hopping or no hopping, but whether or not you get hopping between the original 3 parks, so Volcano Bay, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios, you can hop between those 3, but you wouldn't be able to hop to Epic Universe. You would have to choose one day of your 3-day ticket that would just be devoted to Epic Universe, which I think that's what I would want anyway. I probably, like we were talking as a family, like before this article came out, about how would we want to do Epic Universe in a perfect world. And like I told you guys, we had booked a Monday through Friday stay. We still have it. So, I'm thinking we're going to do this if it opens in time. And then out of the probably 3 park days that we would do between Monday and Friday, we wanted to do 2 days at Epic Universe. And then 1 day where we would hop between Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. Now, it sounds like if this is true, we won't be able to do it that way. We'll have to have 1 day at Epic Universe and then hop between those 2, or we could add Volcano Bay, 3 parks on the other 2 days. But it's kind of a bummer if you're not planning on staying that long, or you were just going to like do a Disney trip and then hop over to Epic Universe for a single day. Like, you're not going to be able to do that.
And that is so smart.
That is.
Yes. Right.
Minimum 3 days if you want to experience the newest park. I think that's brilliant.
Dedicate your vacation to us if you want to see this baby.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's a page right out of Disney's playbook, I would think. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they did at some point in time come along with a package that costs you even more where you can just straight up just go to Epic Universe.
Oh, that's going to come down the pike later.
Yeah.
Yeah, as this goes on. I didn't know you could, like, the park hopping option included, like, Volcano Bay. I didn't know I could do that.
Yep. Even now, if you get a 3-park park-to-park ticket, you can hop between all 3, the Volcano Bay, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios for the entire length of your ticket.
Because I can't do that at Typhoon Lagoon, right? I'd have to buy a separate ticket.
Yeah, you can't do that. You have to buy a separate ticket. Yeah.
They had a deal at one point in time where Typhoon Lagoon was included with, like, water parks were included with your ticket. But yeah, no, this is better.
I was about to say, I was like, I could go to a park half day. And it's like, oh, it's so hot. I want to go to the water park. You can hop to it. I just learned something today because I had no idea. I mean, you need a park hop to go with the Harry Potter stuff to ride the train. So yeah, I would want to do something like that. But I mean, this is like a trip I would totally do, like a 3-day minimum, maybe 4.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I think you're going to need more than 1 day at Epic Universe.
That's what I was
That's
wondering.
the only thing I would say.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Like, what if you went to a 4-day ticket package now? How does that work?
Still 1 day, I guess, huh?
Just 1 day? I would think that the more days you add on, the more flexibility you would get.
So I believe this article even had a part where they talked about international
travelers, yeah.
And they said there would be a 14-day product for them. But even in 14 days, they can only have 1 day at Epic Universe.
Wow. Whoa, no.
Yeah.
This is according to this article. So that's not, like, none of this is confirmed. We're just talking about this Attraction Magazine's article.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's wrong. That's like 4 times the amount of days you still get the same thing. That's just wrong. I mean,
that is
wild.
An insane amount of confidence that people want this that much.
I was just thinking, amazing.
Okay, so say like you have your 1 day at Epic, but then whatever you want to see, like let's say the Werewolf Ride or something breaks or isn't working. So that means you're just screwed, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're right.
Right. I mean, that happened. My colleague, who's a travel agent at the agency and a friend of mine, she had been to Universal a few times. And the last time we just went together in March was the first time she was able to ride Hagrid's because it had either been down or like down for refurbishment or, the wait time had been 3 hours, like every single time she tried to see it prior. And she'd been to Universal quite a few times and it just never worked out to ride Hagrid. So we finally got her on it in March.
That makes sense because last time we went to Universal, it was down.
That's what I was that was the same one, right? Because I've never been on that one. Yeah, they were like, it's broke for
We were all set to do it. Like, we were looking at Velocicoaster and we were like, no. Just no.
I want to do that once. What if I were to buy, maybe not consecutive, but like 2 different 3-day packages? Like I did 3 days and I have a day break and then another 3 day.
From reading this, which is all I have, right? This article and the rumors, I believe that you will be able to do that. But I would imagine the pricing would work similar to the way Disney's does, right? So like a 3-day ticket is, one price. And then adding a 4th day to make it a 4-day ticket, the per day price goes like way down after 3 days.
Right.
So like by the time you get to like adding a 6th day of tickets, you're looking at like $20 extra or something for the extra day because the more days you put on a ticket, the cheaper it is per day. So if you did 2 3-day tickets, you'd be paying a lot more for 6 days of parks than you would if you did a 6-day ticket.
But I get 2 days of Epic Universe.
Get 2 days of Epic Universe. So that would be the trade-off. Yeah.
Dang, you better be worth it, baby.
I can't imagine you wouldn't be able to do it. Like, how would they stop you from doing that? You know what I mean?
If you're paying that amount of money, I mean, why would they want to stop you?
As long as you're paying for the 2 3-day tickets and they're like, it sounds from this article like the tickets are going to have to be date-based and you're going to have to like book your day at Epic Universe. Like when you buy the ticket, you're going to have to say which day you want to do it.
Wow. Oh man, come on.
Rain or come shine.
Dang, nobody got a crystal ball or nothing. I mean, that's tough.
So as long as you pay for those 2 sets of tickets and you book the days, like I don't know why they would stop you. You've paid for it and you've booked them.
That's fair. Yeah,
that's interesting.
A 2-minute hold on your credit card to get you.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I get me to book a package and I get my wife to book a package.
Oh, yeah.
With just her card. And then
You going to break it down that sneaky? You going to make sure there's 2 separate cards and make sure this happens?
I slide into those DMs, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you've got only one day to experience all of Epic, that almost ensures that you need the Express Pass, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
There
One
has
day-
been no information about whether or not Express Pass will be a thing.
I'm worried about that. I'm thinking that it might not be.
There has been nothing. They have said nothing. And every time I'm on like a travel agent, like FAQ thing or whatever, people will ask and they say more information will be released at a later date that concerns Epic Universe and Express Pass. So like we got nothing.
I would not be a bit surprised that if you want the Express Pass to get into Epic Universe, you got to book at the Helios. I would be a bit surprised.
I could see that as a strategy. Yeah.
Oh, that's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep them in there. It's like the casino theory.
I don't know, man. Like Universal's starting to take a page out of Disney's book and these Machiavellian things. Well, you got to choose. You're gonna have to hope, and it's all gonna have to work out. So yeah, this is kind of interesting, man. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's kind of a bummer. Just one day,
Yeah.
can be spent there,
Regardless of the number of days you book.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And I'm gonna if we end up being able to do this, we're gonna go to bed early the night before. We're gonna get up early on our Epic Universe day.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be at the gate, like ready to go.
Absolutely.
Rope dropping, probably Super Mario, because that's what my son will want to do the most.
Oh,
and,
right on.
Yeah, and then just staying until we crash.
That's pretty much what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no option.
Try to get as much as we can done.
Does Universal do kind of like early entry days for people staying in the park resorts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they will at Epic Universe, but right now you get an hour every day at one of the parks.
Okay. Oh, every
So-
day you get that. Look, take a note, Disney.
But it's one of the parks. So it's like right now, Disney's a half hour at every park every day. The Universal one is a full hour, but it's only at one of the parks. But it is
okay.
every day.
Oh, so like Islands of Adventure every day. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
So it doesn't
that is.
change. Huh.
It typically changes like month to month. So like this month, it's Islands of Adventure is early entry every day. Next month, it'll be Universal's. Those are just examples. That's not really what it is. I haven't looked up which one.
But
it is
that's
right now,
essentially the spirit of it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
it changes like almost monthly. Sometimes it's a couple of months. It'll be at the same one, but
Boy, this is like a nice guessing game you have.
I
with your
know.
vacation
I'm
as
trying
well.
to weigh like should you just book now and hope for the best, or should you just wait and see how it all
Shakes
until
out.
they
Shakes out.
announce the date. I know. Well, we booked, so I guess that's the avenue I took. Is we booked a refundable room
I think that's
Oh, yeah. That's smart.
Yeah, that's
the
about
last
the
week
way to
of
go.
April. The price was really good though, and so I feel like there's no way Epic Universe is going to be open if the price was that low.
Oh no.
It's like I that seems too good to be true. Like maybe I'll get lucky and they'll like surprise themselves and then open it early, but I don't know. It just like I told you guys, it's a public rate. It wasn't like a travel agent rate, and so it was like $400 a night at Royal Pacific.
I'm thinking August is the time to aim for.
Oh, you think that late? Okay.
I think that it's going to open for summer, and summer's going to be insane. If you get it around August when people are starting to get back into school, it won't be as bad. That's what I'm thinking might be the
or like
sweet spot.
first couple of weeks in September.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, we're halfway through 2024. And speaking of, have they released anything about Helios at all? Booking?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Wow. But I did get the 2 other hotels you could book that's in that area.
Yeah, and those come online January and February of 2025.
Any idea on the price range of the Helios?
No. No idea.
Nothing. Wow. They're tight-lipped, huh?
I know.
Yeah, not a lot of details on that stuff yet.
Good for them on that, Keep you curious, keep you wanting more, wanting to
Epicurious.
learn. Yeah. Epicurious.
Epicurious, yeah.
Epicurious. I buy
Boy.
Epic. Yes.
So I guess that is the way they're not going to cannibalize themselves and kind of force you into that particular corner.
According to this rumor, but yeah, I mean, it's smart.
According to this rumor. Okay. So wait, this is the stuff that we're reporting on now is not official because they hadn't said anything, right?
Universal hasn't announced it yet. No, it's just from it's not just Attractions Magazine. There's a couple of other
Fan sites.
one of these
yeah.
like fan sites that are talking about it. So it's pretty
Fresh.
it's a widely spread rumor.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah.
Any idea? I haven't read the reactions. But anybody have any ideas on the reactions of these or what people are thinking or anything they were saying?
Yeah, no. So I haven't seen a lot of reactions, but I have to imagine most people are like, Yep, that makes sense. I mean, it stinks, right? But like, what can you really? I don't know that anybody can blame them. Like, they have to have a way to have people still go to their other parks, and they have to have a way to manage crowds without, like, this is, and I know this is probably going to take us into maybe another segment, but there has to be a way to manage crowds without just having a limit, right? Like, they could say like, okay, we're going to allow X thousand number of people in per day. And once we reach that number, then we're cutting it off. But like, no one likes that. And so they have to have another way to do it. And sometimes that other way is like pricing people out, right? If you make the thing super expensive, then there's only going to be a handful of people that are interested in paying that price and going. But another way is doing this, like attaching other hurdles that help to achieve other goals that the company wants to achieve. And so, okay, if you want to do this thing that we know you want, you're going to have to help us out over here too. And so I think it's a way of managing the crowd without completely like price gouging people, or without saying like, okay, everybody has to show up at 5 a.m. and be first in line because we're going to cut it off after this many people and then you won't be able to get in.
Yeah, see, that's what's so tough about the amusement park business. Like, if you're trying to pitch out to the average layman who already has a rough enough time with life in general, like they have fun things to deal with, like traffic and work and screaming children, whatnot. But your business to say, we can take you away from all that. Again, you can't make that super high price, like, you know, because in the end, they'll end up pricing themselves out, right? Like, you know, any inflation thing will tell you if people are going to stop eating bread if bread turns out to be $20 a loaf. Like, you know, they're just like, can't do it. So they're smart to not do that. You have to kind of keep it general, because even if you have people that can pay a high price, they can't consistently do that. You're going to need a general group to kind of, how you say, keep the stream going. But I don't know about having all those weird rules if you're trying to just enjoy a park. I get why they have to do it. Just from the consumer side, I would imagine that's pretty daunting.
Well, if you're chomping at the bit to be one of the first to experience it, I think you're gonna accept whatever the hurdles are, just so you can be like, look at me, I'm on YouTube,
Instagram, check me out. Yeah,
check me out. I preferred the approach that Disney used to have, where Disney would be like, hey, come to Disney, there's like 30 new things to see this year, and they'd actually count them down on the video. So that way you always knew, like, there's always a new reason to go back and to see all the different things at the new parks. Like, I remember one time going there, I can't remember what the year was, but I think they had opened the year, maybe it was the year of the Million Dreams or something like that, where they had Lights Motor Action came over here, and Expedition Everest maybe opened, and
they brought all the different things from other parks. Yeah,
every park had one new thing to see. I'm surprised that you're not seeing anything like, hey, over at Islands of Adventure and over at Universal Studios, there's going to be 2 new attractions coming online or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To help spread it out, to make people feel better about this.
Better meet and greet. You got Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. I mean, they own the Marvel property, basically.
No, but they can't do anything without Marvel's permission now, and Disney's not going to give them permission.
I don't know. There was some merch out there the last time we went. I mean, it was like, man, you got Captain America signings,
like
and
the
stuff.
MCU stuff, or just like from the company? Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, they did have MCU stuff in the gift shops of Universal Studios.
Wow, I thought it would just be comics, but okay.
No,
comics were there, to be fair.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm like Dana. I was like, no way, this is not possible. But they had actually better Marvel merch.
But they can't build anything new without Universal's permission. I'm sorry, without Marvel's permission, which is now Disney, and they're not getting that.
I also wonder too if like this is a way to kind of deter people from coming a little bit right at the beginning, because like if you think about, it's not like it's just one new attraction. It's a whole new, like, think about the mess at Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and it's just one new attraction. It's not even a brand new attraction. It's a refurbished attraction.
Reskinned, yeah.
And now they're going to have, 10, 12 of those brand new attractions? I would have to count. I can't remember what the number is, but it's got to be close to 10 at least.
At least, yeah.
Brand new attractions. And so they're not going to want that place at 100% capacity when they first, like this might be a way to like get people in, get things moving, start making a little bit of cash, and also not like overload this new system, like see how the crowd flows through, see what people go to when and how to change things, move this planter here, like that kind of stuff before the whole world is there,
I could see that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, this is a very interesting development that came up. I'd be curious to see what you finally hear officially when all of this pops out. I mean, do you know when they're supposed to say anything about this?
I don't.
No,
they don't have. Yeah, they haven't said a lot, but it feels like things are starting to come faster. Like the information is starting to come faster from them, and they only have one more world to announce all the details. Right? So we've gotten all the other lands except for Ministry of Magic. So I would guess after we get the Ministry of Magic drop, which would probably be in a couple of weeks, we're going to start seeing like more of this kind of like logistical detail stuff.
They're going to release it right after D23.
That's a big guess. I don't know, but that's very interesting.
I'm calling it.
That's visceral, Kevin.
Because this is going to get out as like a rumor, and then it's like, I don't know about this, and then they're going to slap it. They're going to hear D23. They're going to slap it with the Harry Potter stuff, and it's going to make the universe people like, okay, yeah, I got to book this.
D23 is August, right?
Yes. So we got about a month or so.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty close to what I was saying.
Yeah. They've been releasing every 2 months, the worlds and stuff. So June was Dark Universe.
The last one.
So August, if they stay to that timeline, it just happens to fall in line with D23.
Ooh-wee.
Theme park drama. Love it.
Ooh-wee.
This could be interesting.
Nothing like slapping the competition right dead in the face.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about this, more information. They only got 6 months left. So I'm curious to see if any predictions come out, and then we hear more of this information in D23. But I'm curious to see how they play this after they release their last details on their last world, Harry Potter and that stuff for Epic Universe, and what they do with the last, I guess, 4 or 5 months of the year before they open next year in 2025. So this will be very, very interesting to see how things play out. And then we also be curious to see how Disney reacts to all of this. Yeah, so we're curious to know what you guys think, and we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. All right, here comes the closing. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed all that stuff we discussed about the parties over at Disney, as well as the rumors of Epic Universe. Look, if you want to learn more about us, go to magicourway.com. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions on anything we've talked about, you can do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, or just like John or JP, call or text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815-MOWEEKEND 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple people do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli, does things with comics. Eli, what you got?
Yes, sir. Well, you guys out there on the internet, feel free to visit my website, www.ivorycomics.com, where you can see everything that I've worked on: Savages, The Molly Be Damned, and Project Geisha. Of course, there's interviews and blogs and a link to the Magic Our Way podcast. You never miss a beat, never miss an episode, never miss what the competition is trying to do to you. So please support the indies. And thank you to the people that have ivorycomics.com. On social media, you can find me right there on Facebook, Eli H. Ivory. As long as you're a real person, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you're a bot, I'm done. Cannot greet you. I can't do it. A bot tried to pose my uncle the other day. It's a nice story, though. I actually called my uncle and said, "You trying to reach me again when we're already friends on Facebook?" He's like, "No, that's a bot." Like, I knew it. He said, "But while I got you on the phone, can you fix my laptop?" I was like, "Damn it, the bot can't be working. You can't charge your relatives." So, it's like, great. It got me again, but at least it wasn't my credit card number. So, yes, Eli H. Ivory is where you find me there on Facebook. Also on Facebook, there's a Project Geisha fan page on facebook.com/Project Geisha. On Instagram, right up there, posted up the hearts and the likes. And I think Greta M is one of those people that I post up those hearts and likes to, because that's awesome. That's what we do. We support the community all the way through. eIvory504 is where you can find me there. And of course, on X, I can be found at Hancock10166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, then you're bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation or need any help navigating the whole Epic Universe thing once that all gets released, Rachel could definitely help you do this. Or book one of the parties, right? You could do one of those too as well.
Even if you're local, I can help you book one of the parties, right? Even if you don't need a resort stay or any of those things, we can book party tickets only. Walt Disney World packages, Disneyland packages, Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Universal packages, major hotel brands around the world. You name it, I would be honored to help you book it. And it comes as at no extra cost to you. Booking with a travel agent is 100% fee free. And actually, I'm going to take that back. Booking with me is 100% fee free. There are some travel agents that do charge fees, but I'm not one of them.
They're the bad ones.
Well, I won't say that. Some of them are great, but they do charge, and I do not. And so booking with me is at no extra cost and just a little piece of the cost of your vacation. Instead of going to those large corporate companies, comes back to help support this podcast community. And we really, really appreciate it. You can find me at Rachel, RACHEL, at magicourway.com. Or you can also call me. I have a phone number, 978-432-WISH. You can also find me on social media as well. I'm at the letter R, Family Magic. So that's Our Family Magic on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the places. So again, I would be honored to help your group book a fantastic trip, no matter what that trip is. And again, no cost to you. And just a little piece comes back to support us. And we thank you.
Yeah. And book now, guys, before she becomes so good at what she's doing that she does start charging for it.
You know what? this is like a little fun fact about me, but I used to sell Pampered Chef. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes. I got some pepper.
Mostly because we really needed kitchen stuff for our own house. And so I was like, well, maybe if I buy this starter pack, first of all, we can use all that stuff in our kitchen. And also, I could make a little money. And I am the worst salesperson, you guys. I'm terrible at it. And so I just not good at selling things,
because you give everything away for free.
Well, so when people started saying oh, Rachel, you should look into being a travel agent, you know so much about Disney and planning trips. I kept saying no, because I figured guys, I remember Pampered Chef. I was awful at that. And then I learned that it doesn't cost people anything. I was like, wait, I can sell free. Anyway, so that was one of the hurdles I jumped to become a travel agent, was just understanding that oh, wait, it doesn't cost people more money. I would love to help them for free.
Yes. So. And people like to be helped for free.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially nowadays.
Yes. Tough time. Inflation.
So look, if y'all want to access all the info we just mentioned, go to magicourway.com/about us. Also, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/magicourway. There you'll find 6 awesome tiers to support this show. And any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. And another way to support us, and it only costs a minute or so of your time, is to leave a rating and review in Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. And we want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaherini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right. Nachos are on plates.
And you are. Bye!